Hello, Ninny here, and today I'd like to show you, in my opinion, the quickest and easiest way to decoupage coasters. All of the supplies used in today's video are available from ninnysnapkins.com. First of all, you're going to need a set of 4 ceramic coasters and some white paint. I'm using Fusion Mineral Paint in the color Raw Silk. You're going to need 2 or 3 brushes. We like these 1-inch decoupage brushes. Some little containers for paint and varnish. And the most important ingredient when you're making any kind of coasters is Polyvine Heavy Duty Varnish. Previously called Heavy Duty Wood Varnish. They used to have these shells on the packaging, so the one on the left shows the old packaging. This is the new packaging. You can also use Polyvine's Exterior Extreme Varnish, which was previously called Heavy Duty Extreme Varnish and used to have the diamonds on the label. Now it doesn't. Both of these varnishes, the Heavy Duty Varnish and the Exterior Extreme, have a high heat resistance, which is obviously what we need for coasters. They're also water resistant, and actually the Extreme is waterproof. The last thing that you're going to need is some rice paper. Now you can definitely make coasters using napkins as well, but I said that this is going to be the easiest way to decoupage coasters, and in my opinion, rice paper is by far the easiest way to do it, to get a really nice smooth finish and, again, a quick and easy project. So we recently got in a series of really cool like ocean and beach themed rice paper designs that have these smaller designs on each paper. So what I was just showing you here is we had the A4 is the first one that I showed. This is now the mini set, and the larger one on the table is the A3 paper. So you get the same designs on all 3, just different sizes. So ironically, the mini set is actually the biggest images, and I'm just showing you here on a 4-inch coaster. The mini sets could work. They're a little bit too big, but sometimes that's okay. The A4 that I was showing earlier is a little bit too small, but in my opinion, the A3 sizes are absolutely perfect for coasters. They're almost exactly 4-inch by 4-inch, and that's what I'm going to use today. And we do have many, many different designs like this. So when you're shopping at ninnysnapkins.com for rice paper, most of our rice papers you'll find when you click on the product listing and you open them up that they are available in both A4 and A3 sizes. So A4 is basically your standard size piece of paper. It's like the copy paper that you put in your printer. And A3 is twice that size, which also makes the images twice that size. And I did forget, there is one other product that you're going to need, and that is Fusion Decoupage and Transfer Gel. This is what we're going to use to glue our rice paper down to our coasters. And actually, you're going to need an emery board or some kind of sandpaper as well. So the first thing you're going to need to do is just put that coat of white paint on here. This is really just a coat to kind of seal the coaster up. I find these coasters are really absorbent. And if you don't seal them first, when you go to put your decoupage and transfer gel on, the coaster itself is going to absorb a lot of your gel. So I just find it easier to paint them first. You could probably also use a primer or a gesso here. It's not really important as long as it's white. And I'm just applying a thin coat, and you will notice that it dries very, very quickly. It doesn't have to be a perfect coat by any means because the rice paper is going to completely cover it up. So if you have little brush strokes or you missed a little spot here and there, it's really not a big deal. So once those are completely dry, we can go ahead and start choosing our images from our A3 rice paper and cutting them out. Each sheet of A3 rice paper actually contains 12 images. So if you bought 3 sets of coasters, you wouldn't have to choose. You could just make each image into a coaster. So I absolutely love this crab. He was the very first one that I chose. So I'm going to use him. So I'm just kind of loosely cutting him out. It's hard to tell in the picture, but some of them actually do have a slightly colored background, and that kind of helps to see what I want to cut out. But I do want this to be ever so slightly bigger than the actual coaster, if possible. If it's not possible, it's not really the end of the world, but it is nice if the paper goes right to the edges of the coaster, and then later we can sand off any excess. I also love this seahorse, and since I've now chosen one image that's kind of got the more sandy tones and another one that's blue, I'm going to do 2 of each. So I go ahead afterwards and I cut out the sand dollar and the jellyfish. Once I have all 4 of my rice paper images cut out, it's time to glue them down. Again, we're using Fusion's Decoupage and Transfer Gel. It's a nice kind of heavy bodied glue that I find is perfect for gluing down rice papers. I'm using my 1-inch decoupage brush and I'm going to apply a generous coat. Make sure that you get all the way to the edges of the coaster, and you definitely don't want any dry spots. So always better to err on the side of too much decoupage gel rather than too little. What's going to happen if you have any dry spots or any areas where you didn't have enough glue is that eventually that paper is going to lift. It's going to get air bubbles underneath, and you're not going to get a smooth surface. In many of my previous tutorials, if you've seen me working with rice paper, I often wet the rice paper before applying it with a spray bottle. It's not totally a necessary step, and when I'm working with a small piece of rice paper like this on coasters, I don't usually worry about it too much. It's easy enough to get a really nice smooth flat application. So I've smoothed out the paper with my hands, and now I'm applying another coat of the Decoupage and Transfer Gel over the top. But more what I'm doing is using the brush to really smooth out and flatten the rice paper. So I'm not applying a really heavy coat of the Decoupage and Transfer Gel here. I'm just making sure that the brush is kind of damp and I'm using it to smooth it out rather than my fingers, because even though rice paper is incredibly durable, you can start to damage the design if you rub on it too much. And then I'm just using my brush. I had a little bit of excess push out the sides, so I was just getting rid of that and just kind of making sure the sides of the paper are smoothed down. I don't know if you can tell, but on that top left one that I just did, there is a little bit of overhang on the rice paper, which is what I prefer, and I'll show you later how I'm going to sand it off. So again, just applying a generous coat. I know it's hard to tell in videos how much I'm actually applying, but yeah, a generous coat of the Fusion Decoupage and Transfer Gel, laying down my paper, and then using the damp brush to smooth it out. Start from the center and work your way outwards to push out any air bubbles and just get kind of a better adhesion onto the coaster. It's very, very important before taking the next step and sanding off the excess paper that your Decoupage and Transfer Gel is dry. And not just the top coat, you need the underneath to be dry as well. You'll just get a much, much cleaner cut if your rice paper is completely dry. So I'm using this emery board that has a different grit on each side. It has a fine grit and a medium grit. Whenever I'm working with rice paper, I use the medium grit side, and you're just dragging it on a 45-degree angle across kind of the sharp edge of the coaster, and always work away from your design. If you find that you're not getting a really nice clean cut, then chances are your rice paper is still too wet and you should let it sit for a while longer or use a heat tool and try and dry it some more. So we just go all the way around all 4 edges of the coaster, and immediately you can see it's just a much cleaner look now. And for the final step, now we need to apply 3 coats of the heavy-duty varnish, waiting at least an hour between each coat. I'm only going to show you applying the first coat because the process is the exact same each time. So I've poured a little bit of the heavy-duty varnish in my container, and I'm using, again, my nice 1-inch decoupage brush. We do sell these at nannysnapkins.com, and they're just a really great little economy brush. They're nice and soft, which is what you want for decoupage. I should mention also, never shake your polyvine varnish as you don't want to create bubbles. But you do want to make sure that it's mixed well. So normally we would hold it upside down and kind of roll it gently around for a while, just to make sure that anything that is settled on the bottom of your jar gets mixed in properly. To apply the varnish, I tend to add kind of a generous amount. I don't want it to be dripping all over the place, but I also don't want it to go on too thinly. If you don't have enough varnish on your brush, that's when you're going to tend to get brush strokes. So I make sure to reapply varnish into my brush quite often, and I kind of gently let the brush float over the top of the coaster. I don't know how else to explain it, but basically I'm not applying a lot of pressure and I'm not overworking it. You really don't want the varnish to start to dry while you're brushing it, because then again you're going to get some brush strokes. And that's really all there is to it. Like I said earlier, 3 total coats, wait an hour between each coat, and then this varnish takes 16 hours to fully cure. So I usually wait at least a full day before I use these coasters. But these should last a very, very long time. I have coasters that have been sitting on my table for years and they still look just as good as the day that I made them. So I really hope that I've given you the confidence to give this a try, and for those of you who sometimes struggle using napkins, I hope that this provides a much easier way for you to create some coasters. Other than the wait time between drying, this is an easy project that can be done in under an hour, and coasters make really great gifts, and I've heard from a lot of my customers that they sell really well at craft fairs. Thank you so much for watching my tutorial. I hope that you enjoyed it and that you've learned something today. And just as a quick reminder, all of the supplies that I used in today's video are available at nannysnapkins.com.